All right. Hello, everyone. We're back with Cash Capital. We're back after the holidays. Hope everybody had a good holiday and what you got is.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Christmas is over. We are in the limbo period between Christmas and New Year, and we're here to get you set up for the new year in terms of investments and stocks in the market. So we've had a little small rally going into year end, but there's a lot of stuff going on macroeconomic wise globally, and it's going to be interesting to say the least. So let Cash to Capital, the only father-son duo on the internet that's taking the world by storm. We are right here. Okay, the predominantly one. We will challenge any other father-son team to come and mess with our investment picks, but that's for another time. So, I basically want to talk about commodities today, mainly gold and silver. Gold has outperformed the S&P. Gold is up 50% year to date in 2025, and the S&P 500 is only up, I think, 14 to 16%. Okay. Price of gold is over 4,500 right now. Many predict for 2026 to go over 5,000. And do not forget our buddy Silver. Silver has broken out, guys. It's time for silver to shine. Silver's price is around $71 now, which is unheard of. It's looking to outperform gold next year. There's secular tailwinds for silver, including inflation, including global supply, the AI trade, because you need more energy. And if you need more energy, you need more silver. Okay, so those commodities, gold, silver, and copper. Let's not forget about copper, because copper is big in the EVs, in the EV electric vehicle space. Commodities are hot right now. Okay, and when commodities run, they run for years. Back in the 70s, oil, which is a commodity, ran for 10 years straight. You know, gold is one of those commodities that you want to have. The other thing in terms of gold and silver and copper is that institutional investors, which usually only have about 1% of their portfolios in commodities in terms of gold, they're actually looking to dip their toes in it. And just think about it. If they move, like a big investment company like BlackRock or another firm goes from 1% to like 3%, which is not a big move. Doesn't sound like a big move, but it's significant. It's billions of dollars into that space. You know, look at gold and silver and copper in this new year. Mainly my stocks for gold are GDX, which are the miners, Barrick Gold. For silver, Pan American Silver Company, SLV, which is a combination of silver miners, and for copper, Freeport McMoran. All right, so look at those companies, and for a investor, these are companies that you should have, and you should be looking to increase your positions in those companies.
Yeah, that's true. My dad, he has some exposure to gold in his portfolio, and we're gonna get in our portfolio in a second. But he still has to change his price target for 5,000 for gold. And I've been seeing a lot of analysts saying gold's gonna go up to around like 4,900 for next year. So definitely something to look out for. But we're gonna get our portfolio. All right, here we go. So we're up to 1,300. Yeah, like stocks closing higher end of the year. So our portfolio is up, and we're gonna show you guys where that's coming from.
Guys, we started with $1,000. We started when you started school? When did
Yeah,
we start doing podcasts?
August.
September, August.
Yeah.
So up, $345, which may not sound a lot, but if you look back 20 years, hot damn. So that's the goal. It's not for now, it's for later. So we have the younger investors here, and we're going to bring on even younger investors. That's the goal, is to have your money cook. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So starting off with my portfolio, I'm up to around 639. I'm up 20% of my portfolio, which I'm pretty happy about. And I'm gonna break down where that's coming from, stock by stock. All right. First, we got AMD up to like 214. Don't really have too much update on this one. Definitely something I'll be looking to buy more into, and I also think it's a great stock to hold for 2026 as well.
AMD's a winner, man. Just keep buying it, keep holding it. President Trump is looking to make America super competitive worldwide technologically, especially in AI. He had a meeting early this year. He had Lisa Su from AMD. He had obviously Jensen Wang, Palantir CEO. So those folks are, they're going to have the backing of the government. So they really can't go wrong. So
All right, then we got Google, my biggest performer for the year. Not really too much of an update on this one since our last update, but definitely a great stock to hold for 2026, even though it is up a lot. But I think it's just a great growth stock moving forward.
Benzinga came out with an article saying that Google Gemini is cleaning ChatGPT's clock, okay? Meaning that more people are using it. That code red video we did seeming more and more important now because Google Gemini is really taking market share from ChatGPT. So that's definitely a story we're going to take a look at. Google is a winner. Continue for the long term to add to Google.
Yeah, for sure. And even Nvidia, they just acquired Grok, which is a big deal. I think they're trying to establish dominance, and Google's
What's
coming.
Grok?
Grok is a AI chip company as well. So now, Nvidia is trying to, and we'll make a video on that moving forward. But Nvidia is trying to establish dominance now that Google is selling to other competitors. So it'll be interesting to see where this AI trade goes in the future. All right, then we got Lululemon. So Lululemon, don't really have too much of an update on this one either since the last update, but ran back up to 208. Nobody believed in the stock. I'm so happy that I held on to it, and I'm going to continue holding on to it for the future.
Lululemon, boy. We told you about the bearish to bullish reversal. This is a stock that if we go, can you go down to the chart? Again, we see that it closed the gap from there was a gap at, where was that gap at? 208. So actually
200.
200 to close the gap from 186 to 200. It closed that gap. We have another gap on the chart up here, guys. Looks like it's around 285 all the way up to like 335. So, Lululemon, it bottomed probably around 160. It hit that 1, 2, 3, 4 times for support, and it bounced off that level. And when it bounced off that level, you're looking at the stock that has been coming down all year. It bottomed and now is looking to come back up. This is a decent entry point for Lululemon on a technical standpoint. Okay. So just keep your eye on Lululemon. I think the price target for Lululemon in the next 6 months probably will be around 300, 305, which is a pretty much a big upside. But we've seen what it did last year, so I think it's going to start to go back up.
For sure. I think technically it looks good, but fundamentally, looking strong now with the change in leadership, change of strategy as well. All right, and then we got Lumen. I think Lumen probably sit around like 5% from my last update. They just announced that they're buying back some debt, so now there's some concerns about them raising more debt in the future. So that's causing them to sell off a little bit. But I'm not really too much worried about this. Definitely continue holding this in the future.
Yeah, Lumen. This is my son's play. I ain't got too much to talk about. I don't like them. They're not really in a space where they're generating enough revenue, and their PE ratio is not even existent now yet. So this is sort of still a speculative play. So this is one of my son's hunches, and I'm gonna let him stay with it.
Yeah. All right, next we got Roku. Up to 112. Like we said, if it goes below 100, then that's a good buying opportunity. But I also don't really have too much to update on this one as well. Definitely continue, seeing this continue running up. But yeah, don't really have too much to say about it.
Roku just has a tremendous platform, and basically they're just going to continue to eat up ad space. I got to figure out, they were involved in, they were sort of like a passive winner in that whole Warner Brothers Netflix deal. So we'll have more on that. But Roku is just a huge streaming platform, and it just has, it's just the growth is going to continue. And they continue to make deals. You got the Hulu bundle and all this other stuff. Roku's. So just keep your eyes on Roku.
Sure. But that's it for my portfolio. So we're gonna move on to my Dallas portfolio now. All right.
All right. My portfolio, Applied Digital is one of my speculative plays. They are big in the AI space, and They operate out of North America. They're going to house a big part of the data center. So this is sort of like a speculative play for they have actual revenue. Again, they're not to a point where they are profitable yet. However, they are going to be a big player in the AI space, and they have the backing of big companies behind them. So I'm going to stick with them. Nokia is a telecom company. Nokia is, I jumped in after Nvidia bought a bunch of shares. Nokia is going to be a big player in 6G. We're in 5G now, but it's 6G that Nokia is going to be a big part of. So this stock, I'm looking for a price target of 12 by the end of 2026. So a double up. And Uber, baby. Come on, load up Uber. Uber. A lot of people think there have been a lot of reports saying that Uber's going to really suffer with the autonomous vehicle plays, but people don't understand that Uber already has the platforms for the autonomous driving spaces. So those autonomous companies need Uber to get out, and have customers. And Uber has already made deals with Waymo and other autonomous companies. So Uber's going to be a big player. They're talking about the autonomous vehicle space being in the trillions in terms of total adjustable TAM or CAGR, compound annual growth rate. So keep your eyes on Uber. I'm going to stick with it. I think it's undervalued, guys. Uber's PE ratio right now, as it stands, is 10. Okay, and the forward PE is 15. So stock that's executing low PE. They knocked it out the park last earnings call. I think a company that is super undervalued. And go back out, if you don't mind for a second. I'm going to show people I've been hitting this one out the park. I talked to you earlier about gold. Look what I'm up, guys. 28% on Nugget, NUGT. Okay, that's Nugget. Guys, I was in this at 163. It's now at 208. Okay, and I'm up 28%. I also have some of my more portfolio. All right, so get yourself some gold. All right. Nugget it's a 2 times ETF, meaning that it's twice. It's a little bit more riskier than your regular ETF play, but I'm so bullish on it. That's the reason why I picked it. So just be careful with this one. If you're not comfortable with the leverage ratio here, you can look at GDX. You can look at Barrick Gold. Those are two other companies I like. And last but not least, we talked about energy, how important energy is going to be. This is Uran, which is a nuclear play. It has a bunch of stocks, Cameco, Oklo, a lot of real cool stocks that are going to get a lot of looks and investment in 2020 and in the years to come. So energy, guys, commodities, gold, silver, take a look, but that's where I'm at.
All right, well, that's it for this portfolio update. Definitely let us know what stocks you guys are happy with, or maybe some other stocks we can add to our portfolio. But that's pretty much it.
All right, guys, look for our stock picks. We're going to pick 5 stocks apiece for 2026. We want you guys to be prepared for this next new year coming up when investing. Okay, a lot of analysts are looking for another bullish year, but not as bullish as this year. So starting kind of to wind down a little bit, but some exciting picks. A lot of stocks that have come back to some nice levels. But we got rate cuts in the beginning of December. We're looking for more rate cuts, as Donald Trump has said that he wants rates to continue to cut. So I would assume that with Fed Chair Powell leaving, he's going to bring somebody in that is going to be looking to cut rates. And when you're looking to cut rates, commodities, Bitcoin, gold, silver, even small cap stocks, real estate market should come back if we cut rates. Mortgage rates should drop, allowing people to refinance, allowing people to purchase again. Look for those sort of themes in 2026, and those are going to be sort of reflected in our stock picks.
Sure. Yeah, but that's it for this portfolio update, and we'll see you guys next time.